All of you, welcome back to yet another project video. In this project, you're going to build your first ever MCP server which talk to the LLM. It could be any data set which you can provide. Every single thing would be passed down to the LLM, and LLM going to respond based on the query, based on the filtration, based on the data set which we want to get as an output. So let me give you a complete walkthrough of the feature and functionality we have included in this particular project, that how you're going to talk through the terminal, ask the question, AI going to call to the backend server through the MCP server and going to respond based on the dataset which you want to have as an output. So you will find that our MMC server is absolutely running, and here I have started. Here I have given a couple of examples that how you can ask the question. So for example, if I want to know about the Bitcoin, I can simply pass this question to the Bitcoin and it will go to the LLM and it's going to fetch the data from our MCP server through the data center, and there it's going to filter out and it's going to respond to that, because the data will get through the API is going to be a simple data, but it's going to understand, it's going to provide more details around it. So that's the question I have asked, and I got the response from the AI about the Bitcoin price, and this is the data which we are having at the moment is a current data which is coming from Binance network. So if I want to do further analysis of this particular token, I can do that. So I can ask that what was the trade volume. You can ask any question. Now our AI is going to call the tools which we have built in our MCP servers. Right now it's calling this get claim. It's a tool we have developed. I'll give you the complete walkthrough of the structure which we have designed, and here you will find all the transactional details we have got it based on the time data. So this is all the trade volume you will have based on the data we are getting from the backend server, and our AI is formatting and providing the basics details, providing the in-depth details about the trade which is happening in our exchange. So if I come back here, I will find the set of questions which I have already given right up here, and you can ask anything. You can ask any question to our AI model and it's going to respond accordingly. So if I want to know about the show me the order book for the BTC, so I'll simply give that question and hit enter, and it's going to give me this particular data. So here it's going to call the function we have developed in our MCP server called order book, and we'll have the data. So currently I've set the limit to 10, but you can increase it, but I don't want to give too many requests to my backend server, and which is going to call and it will exhaust my rate limit. So you will get all the details which we have got it, and I'll say which one is the most profitable one, and here I will find the details that you could ask anything, and all of this response we are getting from our own data set which we have used in the backend. So here you will find the details analysis about the transaction based on the data we have got it, and the AI assistant we have provided. This is the spread, the difference between the highest bid and the low. That's all you can read. That's all you can do. You can come back here. I can simply give the another query, hit enter, and you will find the TVC trading pairs which you can simply explore, and you can also confirm on the exchange. Right now we are dealing with all the data set which we are getting from the Binance exchange, and here you will find all the models. That's all you can able to do the analysis. If I come back here, if you go, this is the architecture we are following. So we are calling through our terminal is going to our OpenAI ChatGPT, then it's calling our MCP server which we have connected to our backend. So we are using the backend API. It's making based on the question we are asking. So our OpenAI making the request to our MCP server and getting the data, then formatting it based on our requirement and providing to us. So here we have all the logic. So what I will do, I'll simply come back here. Let's ask a couple of more questions. So I'll simply come back here, and I can simply come here, and if I want to check the Ethereum, or I can simply go with this one. Like, it's all up to you that what are the things you want to ask. You can simply give this question and it's going to make a request. You will see that we are calling this get top cryptocurrency, and it's going to give us the top cryptocurrency which we can see based on the price. So the very first one we have is the Bitcoin, then Ethereum, then we have this USDT coin, Solana, then we have the Binance. All of this we have. So I hope you have understood. Every single thing is really powerful, and every single thing is well optimized kind of tool. So if you understand that how you can build your MCP server, is going to be a game changer for you when you will start working on the industry, because right now AI is going to be there in every single application which you're going to develop. So you have to know that how you can build the MCP server, because without MCP server you cannot able to handle the AI and modify and ask different questions. So if I ask, and it's going to make a call and it's going to give you the basic structure which you can analyze. You can see here we are firing the request to our backend server, and you can see here we got the graph which is generated by the AI model. So you can simply copy and you can open it up and you can able to do the analysis. So tons of things which you can do. You can see how easily we are communicating with our MCP server, which pass down the data to our LLM and is going to format based on the requirement and provide all of this thing. So it's really powerful. It's really powerful. So I hope you have understood that what are the feature and functionality we have included and how it will work. I'll take you through the entire code structure and make you understand that what are the things are involved, and when the complete project will come you can simply follow it, or if you want you can take the file and source code to faster your development and understand the complete architecture. So this one is the industry ready. You can use the same model to build any kind of MCP server, interact with any LLM. It's really powerful. So I'm going to shut down my LM which is running. I'm going to close this one. To get the starter file and the file and source code, you can come back to the blockchain coder. You can come back to the blockchain coder, and here you will find multiple projects. So make sure to go through the entire application. We have more than 100 plus projects. Make sure to log in and you will find the list of all the projects we have developed on the channel. So whether you are a developer, blockchain developer, or a normal developer, this project is absolutely fine for everyone, because you have to know how you can build the MCP server which deal with different data set. So you can come back here, click here, and you will click here. You will come back here. You can simply watch this video which I'm recording about the final code setup. That's what I'm going to attach here. You can simply click on the starter file. It will take you to GitHub, and here you can able to understand the entire architecture which we have used, all the models which we have used, how we are making the request to our LLM. So we are communicating with our LLM MCP server through our terminal, passing to the OpenAI, and then it's making a request, and then we are getting the callback and calling all the tools which we have developed, which I'm going to explain. Now let me show you that once you will get the final source code, how you have to do the setup. So you can come back to the blockchain coder. So make sure to take the final source code. Once you will take the final source code, you will get the zip file in which you will have the complete source code of this particular project, where you will find every single structure, every single model. So make sure to open this particular folder in which you will have the complete source code. So make sure to install a zip extractor, then you can able to extract this folder and you will have this particular code. This folder you will extract and you will have this particular code, and this is the one you have to open in your VS Code. So let me click on my VS Code, click on the VS Code, go back to open, go back to the desktop, and I can simply select here, click on open. Now let me make on the big screen, close this one, and now let me give you the complete overview of the entire code structure we have designed for this particular project. So the very first folder you will find in our code base is the SRC, in which we have this client which help us to start our MCP server and our AI LLM which communicate, and we can able to interact with our terminal. So you will find that this is the complete code structure we have designed. So we have imported the packages, we have built the class constructor which deal with our passing the query from the terminal and taking back to the LLM and making the request to our backend server. So this is the complete code for the client side, which generally allow us to communicate through our terminal. If we come back to the index.js, and here we are doing all the magic which allow us to make all the requests to our API. So we are using Binance API for getting all of the data, and it could be any data set. If you are a normal developer, you can have your own backend server where you can make the request to have the response. So we are using Binance because it's free to get all of the data, or you can easily be able to connect with the remote server if you want. It will help you to give you the exact data. So this is the entire logic we have developed. We are calling the function. So first, this is how you have to construct the tools, because that's how the LLM communicate when you make any request. So we are going with some default value, but we are also passing the data dynamically, and you can make that. LLM is calling, so get crypto price. So this, what it will do, it will make the call to our backend server and fetch out all the price of the top cryptocurrency, and it's going to give us. So that's the first tool we have. Let's open this one. This is the first tool we have. This is the second tool, get top cryptocurrency. And the reason why I have structured this particular naming, because if you go back to the Binance API doc, they have this kind of naming convention and they have this kind of data set. Ultimately, the AI model, the LLM we're going to use, it is going to use our data set and is going to take the data set and is going to perform analysis and is going to respond back according to our question. So that's why we have given this clear instruction that this is the name of the tool and this is what you have to structure when someone is asking for the price and check all the stats. This is the third tool, get price change. So it will give all the data that how the price is getting changed. That's what we'll have. If you come back to the next tool, we have this get order book. I hope you haven't forgot when I was making a request, it called this particular function automatically and get the data and give it to me. So we have this one. Let's close this one. Come back to the get recent trade. So all the trades which are happening on the Binance exchange and their data sets, that's what we are calling and performing the analysis on top of it. We have this get cleanse. That's the tool we have. We have the search symbol, because every currency on the Binance network, they have the symbol, unique symbol, and that's what we are passing down and performing the transaction. So that's what we have here. We are taking the get exchange info. That's what we have. And all the other function which we are calling and passing the data dynamically. So it's making a call and we are having all of this function. So we'll see, this is all the huge code we have coded. It's really powerful. When the complete project will come, you will understand that how powerful it is to build this kind of server. This structure can communicate with any LLM. We have used OpenAI, but it can be used for any other LLM. Whether you want to use DeepSeek, Gemini, it will work absolutely fine for all the LLM. So this is the general and broad structure we follow in the industry, whether we are getting the data from the centralized server or decentralized server. So this is what we have. Now come back to our server, which allows us to start and also get active. It's also activate our LLM, because that's ultimately going to perform all the requests. So here we have all of this. We are importing the packages, we are getting our environment variable. You have to get your OpenAI credential, which is the API key, and that's what you have to provide in your environment variable. That's the only requirement. So we are reading the data, then we are handling the cross, because that's what you have to do it. It's very important. Then we are taking the instance of our OpenAI. Here we have the here we have the complete model, which allow us to start our MCP server and take the data from the console and perform all the tools calls. So here you will find that we are building the chat model and executing that and getting the information and then performing all of the transaction. So it's a really powerful, again I'm telling you, it's a really powerful. It will help you to simply launch your own data set, get all the details about the communication which you are making, calling to your backend API, getting the data, passing down to the model, and have all the information. So this is our server section. So this is the three code structure we have for our client, index, and server. Let's close this one, close this one. Now you have to come back to the environment variable, and here you have to provide your own API key. OpenAI LLM will start and is going to make the request, and it will give us all the details about the pricing and all that. That's all it will provide. If you come back to the get ignore, you will find all of these files. Here we have the package.json file, and we are using the most stable version. So it will work absolutely fine no matter when you are developing this project. After 5 years, 10 years, it will work absolutely fine. You can come back to the readme file, and there you will find all the instruction, all the model we have utilized, and how we are performing all of this transaction. So this is all the structure you will find, all the tools which you can able to analyze and perform all the executions. So that's all is there. This is the structure we are following for making the communication, which will help you to understand. And here we have our file structure, which we are using it. So it's a really powerful. So I would highly encourage you to read this doc, in which all the information is already given to you, that how you have to execute and do all the setup. Now let me show you how you can do the setup. So first you have to get your OpenAI credential. Open a new tab. Let me close this one. Type OpenAI API key. Click on this very first link. Go back to your dashboard. So right now you will find that I'm into my dashboard, and here I have my OpenAI key. So you have to create your own. I'll simply delete this one, and I'm going to create a new API key server, and I'm going to click on this create API key, and it's going to create my API key. So I'll simply copy that one, and that's what I'm going to use in my project. So let me paste, then I will come back. Finally, I got my API key in my environment variable. Now I have to do the installation of the package. So if I open up my terminal, if I show you my node version, I have the latest version. There's no problem in that. So if you are on this version, make sure to be on the same one, because we are using the stability. So it will work absolutely fine no matter when you are developing this project. Now all you have to do is to simply start the client. You can also check the docs, in which I have provided the complete details that how you can run. So first you have to do the installation. You can simply copy, hit enter, and it's going to do the installation very quickly, because we have only 1 or 2 packages which we are using. So we're done with the installation. You can see we have 0 vulnerability. Now this is the second step. You have to get your environment variable, which we already have. Now you have to get the client start. So you can simply come back here. You can simply copy this one, paste here, hit enter, and it's going to start our client, and it will tell you that what are the questions you can ask. Here you will give a couple of commands that how you can quit, how you can exit. So I'll simply come back here, I'll say, and let's see what we get response backs from our AI model. And you can see it's thinking, and we got the response that you are getting this data from the Binance exchange of the crypto exchange, because that's what the API we are calling. So you can ask any question. If you want to know about the price or any recent trade, you can simply take this particular question, or you can ask any question. You can do the experiment. You can simply copy this one, or you can simply come back here and I can simply paste, and I will get the data. You can see it's calling our tool which we have. So if I come back to the clients, the index file, we are calling this particular tool. So if the AI is calling automatically the trade symbol tool, and here you will find all the pricing and the trade volume. That's all you will find. So now I will say the most, which is the most profitable trade pool. Our AI is going to take this and it's going to provide us all the details about the pool. So this is the most profitable trading pool, can be depending on the market. So like this one is the first as a choice, second, third. So you can do that. All of the question which you will ask, the LLM is going to make the call to our MCP server and is going to pass down to our backend server and is going to give us a response. So you can do further analysis. It's really powerful. You have to know that how you can build MCP server no matter what type of developer you are, because you can't ignore the fact that AI is going to be with you, and you have to build this kind of application, and you have to build MCP server, and you have to integrate AI model into your backend, front end, where it can communicate with your own data sets. Recently, I was working with one of the project where I have to build the internal MCP server, which can get the data from the internal database to provide that which server is getting the most of the requests, what are the data sets we are getting very frequently, so we can scale the application. So this one is really powerful. So I hope you have understood that what are the feature and functionality we have included and how it will work. So that's the only thing I want to tell you. Soon the complete project will come. It will take a little bit time, but the project will come, so you can simply master all of this, that how you can build your own data set. So that's the only thing from my end. If you have any question, any doubt, do let me in the comment section. I'll definitely try to help you in that. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.